because this really gets me now.
All right, wait. Before you go further, I remember what it was. The graduating class of Sabattus. You're correct. It was 1898.
1898. I said 99.
Excuse me. You're right. 99.
Okay.
And Grammy, her.
Okay.
Graduated. The year after 1900, there were no graduates.
Okay.
And Grammy graduated in the. No, that was 99. Grammy graduated in 1900.
Yeah, probably when you said 98, I think they started building the school in 98.
Oh. Wait, I gotta go to the book.
Okay, go right ahead. Yeah.
Okay, put your old eyes over here.
Mm-hmm.
1898.
Okay, boy, this is the book
Those
I
are
want.
the graduates.
Figure out if I could.
This is my grandmother, Florence Cook Jackson. And that's her sister, Ruth Cook Holmes.
Right. Yeah, no, I've got that.
I'll let you have this book.
And they graduated the same time as Cleveland Sweeney.
Okay. Gee, you know those old
Cleveland Sweeney, yeah. The Sweeneys lived up on High Street.
That I don't know.
Yeah, right where the Codys used to live.
Oh, across the street from where we
Yeah.
See, here's Bill Hewen.
Yeah.
William
Boy,
F.
this is
Hewen.
neat.
All right, I'll let you borrow this, but you've got to promise.
I'll bring it back. I got your maps at my house too.
Would be nice.
The Blabbermouth.
Right.
Is that your
That's
graduation
Miss
book?
Austin. Yeah.
Barbara.
That's my graduation book. Barbara.
Yeah. I think you could tell me this right off quick.
All right, you may borrow this, my boy, because those names will help you a lot.
Yeah, they will.
Let's see if this is something secret.
Yeah, I don't want to know anything.
Oral history project. Oh, this is what. And my grandson wrote about me, so you don't need that. I don't want to tell them secrets.
No.
Because you're a
if you want
to.
Oh, jeez. I know. I'm not really.
All right, go back to where you were.
I gotta tell you what, I know.
You was on this page right down
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay,
You want me to be
appreciate
your secretary?
Well, you can if you want. Okay, now, it says that she was the daughter of William and Catherine Cook.
I told you her name was Catherine, and you told me it was Elzila or some foolish...
No. Catherine's maiden name was Haggerty.
Wait, Catherine who?
Cook. Now, you gotta listen to the whole thing.
All right, say
because
it again.
This is what screwed. No, because this is what screwed me up. Okay, and it says there that she was the daughter of William and Catherine Haggerty Cook. This gets confusing. I just told.
Okay.
So he was my great-great-grandfather, and he was your. So my great-great-grandfather is your great-grandfather.
I guess so.
You don't understand seriously?
Are you worried we want to get married and we don't want to be related?
Well, no, we can get married, but we can't have any children, okay? Just in case.
They'll be a little cuckoo.
They'd be cuckoo anyway. No, that really wasn't it, Diddy, but okay. It's well worth asking.
Oh, I just thought of a nice story, but
anyway.
You're taping, I can't tell it.
Oh, you can say anything.
Oh, no.
So what, technically, but I'm sure he brought him up or whatever.
I want to go over here and tell a story. You shut that off a minute.
Oh, that's okay.
Why didn't we ask these questions when those people were here?
Well, that's it,
Grammy.
We never think to.
No.
We're trying to fix that now for the next time around.
That's what history's all about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you live on Main Street in Sabattus before you moved to the island?
Yes.
Okay.
And we lived right next to the town hall.
Okay.
Where Jim Wright lived and Ruth.
Right.
Remember that?
They lived upstairs.
Yeah. We lived downstairs.
Okay.
And a family named Hall lived upstairs.
Oh, what was his nickname? His brother.
Oh, he was a rascal.
Well, he lived there.
How come I knew all these rascals?
Well, him and just the opposite. I mean, just as straight laces could just
That's right,
just
exactly.
tighten a boot most of the
Because
time.
on our wedding day, me and Lynn, and we had the reception at Grammy's house on Green Street, and of course no drinking in Grandma's
Oh, no.
house, let me tell you. And all of a sudden there was a big knock at the back door, and then I could hear people laughing their heads off. And I said, "What's going on?" And they said, "Remember,
Oh yeah.
he was a man."
Oh yeah.
And I don't think he drank, but he hung around with those hoodlums.
Yeah.
Anyways, they said, "Frank is here and he wants the sheriff." Grandpa was the sheriff, constable, they
Yeah,
called them in
yeah.
those days. And he wants the constable, and he's got blood on his head, and Grammy's got him in the bathroom getting the blood off of him. "What happened?" He says, "That Sebastian," he says, "was messing around with, and I told him to cut it out, and he let me have it." You are not taping this.
Oh, of course not.
Oh,
Maybe a little.
I don't.
We no.
No, because some of them people.
we don't play
no,
any of
no,
this.
no.
This is just a.
Oh, okay.
No. You ain't got to
Yeah.
worry about that.
No, but what? That was so
Because
funny.
I say plenty of stuff that we have to cut
And of
out.
course, they told that story for years. How the
Yeah.
Winslow wedding was interrupted by fire.
Yeah, no, the caboose. Yeah, they were. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know that name at all.
You
Yeah.
don't?
He used to drive up Dog Alley because he lived
He
at
had
the
that
bottom.
old Ford.
Yeah, and he'd never take it out of first gear. And that thing would be just a winding, boy. You'd have it right to the floor, you know.
Oh, but weren't those people lovely?
Oh, they were
I
different.
loved them all.
Oh, yeah.
No, honest, they
No,
were.
they were, yeah.
They were good
Yeah,
to each
yeah,
other,
yeah. I'm
and
trying to think of some of the names. They escape me.
not like David.
Oh, okay. David, you think David
He
lies?
came here last night.
Is he going back home?
No, they're leaving for Florida in a couple of days. Him
Well,
and Jeff.
They said they wanted to get out of here before it got too cold.
Yeah,
Because he's already freezing to death.
yeah.
So,
But he's a lot of fun, isn't he?
Oh, David, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
he's fun.
Yeah, I didn't know him very well. He's quite a lot. He was 10 years
He
old.
tells lies and I straighten it out.
I just
No.
know him from the Legion. He's always been so nice.
Yes,
you know.
yeah. Oh, he loves Sabattus and the people. Oh,
Well, I always knew that he'd been big in the Boy Scouts because everything I did in the Boy Scouts, there was always these pictures on the wall, and he was in about every picture. you
yeah,
know, so,
yeah. He was
Yeah.
a
So
good boy.
that's kind of how I knew. And of course, I knew his half brother, Charlie, you know, just 2 or 3 years older than me, so.
I thought of another story, but it went out of my head. That's
Really?
why I can't sleep nights. I think of all this stuff.
Okay.
I'll have to go up. You got to come and get me and take me up the street. See, we'll have a date,
Okay.
and you bring Ann too.
All right. Well, I asked, and he didn't know. So, no, I don't think anybody must know, huh? Because never lie.
Oh, never. Good grief. I bring my crucifix every time I talk with him. Just to make sure God's paying attention.
You're related to him too, aren't you?
Hey, you didn't film that, did you?
Oh, no.
I don't want to hurt. Oh, you're full of
Yeah,
We
all
ever
this.
need some money. We know exactly
Yeah.
who to blackmail.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So,
Well, what difference does it make? Well, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I have to
okay.
be
Well,
careful.
anyway,
Did you know very well? I can't
he was
talk.
dead. He was dead before. I think he was dead before I was born.
Oh, okay. He
I'm
was,
not, but
he was a rascal, too.
I was.
Another
'cause-
rascal.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, they all were.
What, Jason, you want to ask something?
No, I need to get a bird feeder now. I could watch
Yeah.
them all day long.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
it's wonderful. Only
Oh.
have to guard it from the cat.
I wish I could remember all.
But,
I have-
you never know who's coming, and
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
get different
Cardinal, a
ones than
couple
I
Blue
do.
Jays, and some
I have a
chickadees.
hard time remembering names.
Oh,
And
no.
they tied up.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that?
Well,
They tied up,
Oh, I forgot all
and they brought him
about
to.
that.
They
One
finally
was-
got brought to. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe.
You're right. No, and I can't remember
How
who
come
the
I
man
know all
was.
the rowdies?
Well,
I
it's-
was just little, but I was paying attention.
Well, all these people were alive when I was a little boy too. Yeah, but anyway, they tied him up and everything. And the judge didn't give him anything for doing that. He just gave him. I think
And
it
you
was
found
like.
an article?
Yeah, I got the article, and it was like they've got. He gave him 3 days in jail for drunken disorderly or something like that.
okay.
You know. Yeah.
No, well.
They
what-
did. They didn't care. But, you know.
This be 30 years ago now, a girl that used to live in Sabattus came home, been back home for 30 years or so, I don't know. Anyways, and she was asking the other girls, we invited everybody to visit with her because we all went to school together. It was like a reunion of the old ladies. And one was telling something, and she said, oh yes, she says, and you remember the, because that's where it happened,
Right.
down back in the garage.
Yeah.
And she says, and she started to tell an old story, and the visitor said, don't mention that name to me, she says. She and her buddies tied up my father. My mother was waiting for him to come home with his paycheck, but he stopped at, and you think the check got cashed and went for other things.
Well, I don't know. It might have. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That may be all of
And
the.
so, boy, that was the end of that.
I don't know. There may be
conversation.
more to that story than was
Yes,
in the newspaper.
who knows? Who knows?
Well, anyway, my father-in-law though tells me the story about her is when he and Lindy first came to town. They worked at the lower mill, third shift. So on Fridays, third shift, they'd always be drinking. You know,
Oh,
everybody.
absolutely.
You know, so they put her in the elevator naked. He kept sending her up and down.
Down the mill?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Down to the Dina Woolen. I don't know if it was Dina
yes,
or Royal at the time, one or the other, but yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know my father
She was quite a character, they tell me.
earned 5 very welcome dollars. He worked and had 4 kids to bring up down at the mill from diving off the top of the mill into the river,
Yeah.
into the water down there, and they all chipped in and gave him $5, and he thought he was a millionaire.
Well, there were some real
Oh,
characters
he'd do
in town,
anything.
though.
My dad, he
Yeah.
was one time. I don't know what year it was. We
I gotta look
hadn't
something
moved
up on my
yet
phone.
from the island, but he was very musical, and he wanted a piano, and so Grammy saved her money, and they went somewhere in Lewiston and got a piano, and Mickey Fletcher. You remember Mickey?
Oh, yeah, I
One
know
of
Mickey
Dad's
Fletcher.
dear
Yeah,
buddies.
yeah.
He had a truck, a pickup truck, and then coming from Lewiston, in the back of the truck was the piano and Daddy playing. Of course, they'd all been into the home brew, because that's where they'd been, at their buddy's house.
Yeah,
My mother says, Grammy looked out, oh dear, oh Derwood, won't he ever grow up?
You know, my father-in-law, he was old,
Where'd you find all that information?
just tagging around.
Gosh, if I had all that equipment, that's all I'd do. I'd
No,
have to hire a maid to do the house.
no. Well, I don't know. This is making me angry because I specifically wanted to ask you this.
And did you learn any of this in school? What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 1990.
Oh, he's a baby. 1990.
Yeah, I'm just youngin'.
I still call him. The kid.
Yeah.
I still call him.
He
the
still
kid.
calls me the kid.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Sabattus Elementary, then Oak Hill.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what year did you graduate?
90.
I asked you that a minute ago.
It's okay.
I'm getting like him.
No,
I gotta
that-
stop hanging around.
You just
with
keep.
And Aunt Isabel, that was always a little commotion about
But
that
that Curry's
story.
there, and
I
then that's
can't
also
tell
where
that.
then with the Currys, just to let you know, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's where the connection comes to the Getchels too. Milton Getchel's mother was a Curry.
Isabel, yes. Yeah. You know quite a bit for a little smell. Let me think a minute.
Then across from Johnny was
Bathroom were downstairs. You didn't go to the Sabattus
I
High
know.
School. Did you, Mike?
Oh yes,
Yeah, and you know how the bathrooms were.
yeah.
And half the time they were plugged.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were so plugged, I
jeepers
guess.
creepers. But if that had been today, and them kids went home and told Mama, I mean, that'd be running right down the floor, and he was God knows where. Find the janitor. Well, you don't know where he is. They'd call the health department, but you just went about and did what you had to do, and we didn't get all carried
when I was
away.
down there, Leo LaBerge was taking care of it.
Oh, okay. Was he doing better? He
Leo
was
did-
at the high school?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes. Huh.
Yeah, when I was there, I
that
went
I
there.
don't
I went there
remember.
7th grade.
Can't
You
remember
know.
his name. Bob
Okay,
something.
so that gets me back to the other question that I kind of started, and we stopped on. We was talking about Green Street. So let me see. When you moved up there, was my Uncle Hector living next door?
No.
Or was there? Who was the family that
Oh,
lived
that was
there?
an interesting family.
Okay, that's my question. That was part
Yes.
of my question.
Let me think of their name. They had a hard time, though.
Because my Uncle
They were
Hector
quite
and
poor.
Aunt Maxine, they lived in Lewiston, and they got.
Holmes. That name
The
was
Holmeses.
Holmes.
Okay,
Holmes.
I've got a lot of stuff on the Holmeses.
Yes.
That's been coming
And
up
that's who lived
in my
there.
history. Okay.
And I don't remember the old lady, Mrs. Holmes, but there were 3 daughters.
So
used to make their own moonshine.
He spent Saturday night sleeping on the back lawn, and my bedroom looked right down. And he's out there. They didn't bring him in or anything. So he was the one that would show up all over town looking for refreshments
Oh,
after
yeah,
he
no.
ran out of his stuff.
I know.
Well, anyways,
They didn't stay in town
we
too
lived
long.
on the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
Ted put the apartment in for us,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Me and Lynn, so we'd be closer to the party. Anyways, Saturday night, late, like 2, 3 in the morning, at our door. Winslow! Have you got any cider left? The door. We go away! No! Go see Ted. And Ted lived downstairs, but
Yeah.
Ted made the cider, of course.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know.
so is Ted Edward and Horace's uncle or
Brother.
brother?
His brother. But
Oh, we had some fun.
well, that goes. Teddy goes along with the story you told Friday night.
Which one was that?
When
I
you-
gotta be careful. Shut up.
I said you kept me alive.
I did?
Well, if I'd been stayed with my mother, I'd probably be dead
Oh,
and gone.
that's Rosa. Her name
This guy
was-
here would like going through town reports.
You would?
Oh yeah, I like.
He
I
loves-
like
I'll
the more
give you.
legislative type stuff. I'm into family histories. I don't really know the names, so they don't resonate
You
with
mean
me,
the
but-
town business
Town
stuff?
business
That's
stuff.
what you like?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so interesting. Well, you can all have a nap while the old lady
All
looks.
right.
And your grandfather was Ed?
Yes.
Ed Cook?
Yes.
Yes. And he was Grammy's brother, too.
Yes.
I got a story to tell about them, too.
I bet you do.
You want to hear it?
So you two are related then?
Don't you publish this
So
one?
you're
You'll
Actually,
listen.
fairly close.
How come I can't find it? Don't make me out a liar like
I could sit
No,
here and listen to you all day.
he just stretches the truth a little bit.
Yeah, I know. He's a good guy, though. Because we had beautiful trees in front of our house. They were big.
What kind?
Elm trees.
Elms. Oh yeah.
Well,
Well,
remember Main Street was gorgeous.
right there. Oh, that was honest. One of the biggest ones in town was right
Yeah.
there. Well, I got a picture of it over here. And it
I
hung.
got to tell you what, my mind's already starting to go. I wish my mind would stay as long as yours has.
You all. That's better.
It looks
Look
like
at
Main
Route-
Street. Where's
This
this?
is Route 9, and the tree was set right there.
You were always pretty,
Okay.
Dee Dee. That's what other people don't know about you. You were a pretty girl.
I know. Too bad.
No, you still are. But, you know, as
Tom
we...
and his dog. So he always had Rottweilers, and everybody was. They were wonderful dogs.
He doesn't want another dog because he felt so bad his last dog
Hate
died.
losing them. You know?
Right.
Oh,
They're
Charlie.
great. Yeah.
Oh, it was awful. They had the funeral down back.
Yeah.
And
Oh, no, I
Tom
know.
said, "You come into the funeral." I said, "No." I stayed home and cried. They all out back crying their heads